Hey everyone, Bricknut here, and in this video I've got a MOC gas station I'd like to show you. I've been working on for the last few days, and I've got I suppose a custom Speed Champions set. Last year, part of the Speed Champions theme was the World Rally Champions Championship, I should say, Ford Fiesta, and ever since I bought this one, I have liked it, and I've wanted to get two more so I could use all the blue parts to build a civilian version of it, just a plain blue one, no stickers, just blue. So that's what I've come up with. I do want these white bits in black, but I can't find my black versions of those plates. Sure, I've got some spare. But anyway, the only stickers I used were the headlights and the taillights. The rest of it is just blue. I've put some custom hubs in there. These 5-point sort of star hubcaps, which I actually got from a Speed Champions set I bought earlier today. Which will be in a review a week from today, actually. Because I've got another review to go up before that, so yeah, so moving on. Got my gas station here. Let's turn it around so you can see the front. This is going to replace the Shell gas station I've got in my town. I had originally planned to leave that there because it's a nice set and I really do like it, but because it was made in the 1980s to go with all the 1980s sized vehicles, you know, little 4-stud wide vehicles, it looks a bit small and the canopy looks too low, and it just doesn't fit with my town because, well, most of the vehicles are sort of this size, aren't they, these days, with the exception of a few of the older 4-stud wide vehicles that I'll have on the town. So I was in a real big mood to build a couple of days ago, Saturday evening actually. No, sorry, I'll tell a lie, it was last Friday evening. And I just got inspired. I can't remember what inspired me actually, but the inspiration hit, and I came up with this. It's not quite finished. I've got some interior to do in the shop and the office. I've started it, but I just haven't finished it yet. And eventually I would like to put something on here because it just looks a bit plain. I don't know, maybe a couple of little flower beds or something, just to fill this gap up. And I wouldn't mind something in here as well, but bicycle rack maybe, I don't know. I have just thought of something. What about an air pump for tyres? That'd be a good idea. Yeah. Anyway, in case you're wondering, I don't use stud.io or any other digital designer to build these sets. It's all from my mind. That doesn't make sense, because even when you use a digital designer, it's all from your mind, isn't it? Anyway, what I mean is, it's all, I just basically pick and place bricks until I get what I want. I mean, I started with this bit, the building, Friday night, and I would say I changed the layout and the length of it and whatnot a good half a dozen times before I settled with what I've got now. And like I said, it was just a case of picking the bricks, picking the colour, or two colours in this case, and rolling with it, you know. If I've got some more of these white tails, I might do tiles, not tails. I might do that around this edge as well so it matches. So it's not quite finished, I'm still tinkering with it, but I think it's just one of my favourite building MOCs to date. I never actually imagined I would build a gas station because, you know, as I said, I thought I'd already got one, but changed my mind. And that's what I like about Lego. If you change your mind on a style of a building or a building altogether, you can just knock it down and build something else. There just is no limitations to this town. I could just, technically, even when it's done, it still isn't done because I can still change things around. Anyway, standard 2 pumps. Diesel is the closest one. I'll turn it around, that would be easier. And actually no, wait. I'll show you the pumps in a minute, but I will just zoom you in so I can rotate this around so you can see it better. So here's one side, the right side. So the pumps face the shop. Couple of nice little. I like this style of lantern. I was trying to think of something I could do differently, so that's what I came up with. There's a fire extinguisher on either side, a broom and a shovel in the middle, just in case anything gets spilled. You never know. So here's the back side of it. So the cars go in this side where the sign is, and then they'll come out this side. Same setup as the Shell station I've got over on the town. There's this one. This wall, there's no windows or anything in it because it's going to be butted up against the police station, so I didn't bother. I left that blank. There's a couple of various roof vents and things. And then we're back to this side with the brick built gas sign and some illuminations there. I'm not happy with this top part of the S. So I may have a play around with this S. To be honest, I found that the hardest letter to do out of all 3. But if you're wondering why I went for the word gas and not, you know, the more British word petrol, it's because I couldn't fit petrol on the roof. Too many letters. Because my town is based on a British town, you know. I'm British, I'm in England, so I decided just to base it on my own country. So, yeah, but I had to sort of substitute for gas because petrol wouldn't fit. Unless someone knows another way I could do it. I have thought of another way, but I'm not sure it's still going to fit. I was thinking like a wall and just use little plates to make the letters up, if that makes sense. But like I said, I'm still not sure that's going to be. If anyone's got any ideas, please leave them down in the comments and I might have a little play around myself. But this does another trick, and this is the bit I actually really am, I guess, proud of, because the other gas station doesn't do this. It's modular, sort of, or what I call modular. This canopy and the building's roof comes off as one piece. You just get hold of these 2 pillars there, pull them up gently, and then the whole roof comes off in one piece. No real purpose to that, but because I put an interior in the building, or am putting an interior in the building, I thought it would make sense, so if anybody visits or wants to see it, I've got an interior. So, I'm going to make a modification to this pump as well. I've left a 2x3 plate there. I'm going to change this bit for white. Don't actually know why I chose grey, but never mind. So there we go. That's just what the pumps are. Yellow for petrol, black for gas. Although in the UK, petrol is usually a green hose. But I don't have one of those hoses in green. I don't even know if one actually exists in green, to be honest. Not that it matters, I'm happy. Yellow for petrol, black for diesel. Although in the UK, our pumps can be a bit confusing because diesel can either be yellow or black. Just depends on the garage, and actually depends on the pump, because one of my local gas stations, or my only local gas station, has both colours for diesel. So it's always best to check the label, especially if you don't come from the UK. It might be a bit confusing at first. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to bring this in closer so you can see. So you can see what I used to hold the front pillars down. Just two of these 2x2 jumper plates either side. I've got the one-way arrows there. I've got a little desk thing here full of bottles, which I haven't actually thought of them as being anything specific. I've just left that open to interpretation. You know, if you want them to be shampoo bottles for your car, you know, the stuff you buy to wash your car with, or wax bottles, oil bottles, could be a can of oil, coolant, antifreeze, whatever you want it to be. I just decided to leave that open to interpretation. Got these 3 lamps here as well, which I based on what we call over here a bulkhead, which is just often a big sort of square lamp with a glass cover on it. Not used so much these days, at least we have LED versions these days. But I opted for those because they're often used on sort of commercial buildings like this. But I've got a bit of an interior going, although not much. I can't get the light in there. I think you can just about see that there's a desk in there, the counter, and just an office desk in the office area. I don't think I'm going to tile the floor or anything. I might even change this. Like I said, it's still actually a work in progress, but it's probably 90% done. I'm going to put like some shelving in there with some stuff and some items and whatnot on. Probably a small set of like a small filing cabinet or something in here, small set of drawers, just to add to the office, and then it'll be complete. But I just think this looks odd with this grey on the pump. I liked it at first, but the more I've looked at it, I'm like, I don't like it anymore. I need to change it. So, but I really do like the fact that I can actually take this off very easily without anything falling apart as well. And literally, if you just line up these 2 pillars like that, the roof of the building lines up perfectly as well. Now, to be honest, out of all of the MOC buildings I've done, I've not engineered anything as precise as that. I think that's why I've impressed myself with that. Might not be very impressive to some other people, but to me it is. I'm impressed. Where's my cookie? So, that will go in the town at some point. But probably not yet, because I want to shift those tables. So, hopefully within the next month it will be in place. I think that is it. I was just excited to show you because I'm really happy with this. It's my favourite MOC. I will update you when it is officially finished, of course. So, there will be 2 more reviews after this video. There's one on this, which you'll see next. It'll be out this Friday, and one on this, and I actually like this one more than I thought I would. I really do like that one. Out of all the McLarens Lego has released with the Speed Champion set, that one is my favourite. And of course, oh, I nearly forgot. I built these little octane themed gas cans. This is a couple of accessories to sit with this. I nearly forgot them, but they were sitting right here in view. Anyway, that is it for this video, so I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And if you haven't, and you want to, please subscribe. And I will talk to you all again in the next video. Bye.